Hello everyone, Shravan Manthri here. Welcome to our channel CSE GURUS. As part of the Hackerrank, we have done with a very big sum in the previous video. Now we are going for diagonal difference. We will see this question. If you are not able to get this question in Hackerrank, I have given the link in the description given below. Please check it out. Here the problem is asking the diagonal difference, which means given a matrix you must find what is the left diagonal elements and what is the right diagonal elements, and once you get the sum of these two and get the difference. Here you can observe the question. If it is a 3 by 3 matrix, the left diagonal elements are 1 5 9, and what is the total sum, and right diagonal elements 3 5 9, what is the total sum, 17, and get the difference, which must be absolute. Even if you get the negative answer also, you must write the positive. So that's what the question it is asking. You can take one more sample test case here. 11 2 4 4 5 6 10 8 minus 12. The left diagonal elements are 11 5 and minus 12, which is 4. Right diagonal elements 4 5 and 10, which is equals to 19, and the difference is 4 minus 19, which is 15. This must be printed. Here I'll explain two methods. The method 1, which goes with the nested for loop, and the method 2, which will go only with the single for loop, which is a complexity n. If you write with the nested for loop, the complexity will go up to n square, which is where n is the number of rows and number of columns, which are same anyway. It's a square matrix. Consider these two examples where here number of rows are 4, number of columns are 4. That means n value 4. Here n value 3. Now what are the left diagonal elements? Here you can see 1, 6, 11 and 16, and right diagonal elements 4, 7, 10 and 13. Index always starts from 0, 0, we know, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Like this 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, and 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 0, 3, 1, like this. Here also 0, 0, like this we have. Now the relation between left diagonal elements, the index part, you have to check it out. I'll write it. The first value is 0, 0, second value is 1, 1, that index I'm writing, next is 2, 2, next 3, 3. Now if I take I and j, we can say that left diagonal elements are, you can simply say if I equals to j, the relation I equals j, we can say it is left diagonal. Then you can make it sum. Now what about right diagonal? The right diagonal elements are here 0, 3, here this one is 7, 1, 2, this one is 2, 1, next one is 3, 0. What is the relation here? If you clearly observe I and j, 0 and 3, what is 0 plus 3? 3. 1 plus 2, 3. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 0, 3, which means we can say for the right diagonal I plus j equals to 3, which is the size minus 1, 4 minus 1. Size if I take n, the relation is n minus 1. You can check it out here also. 1, 5, 9. What are the indices? 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. This is the left diagonal. If you take right diagonal, here 3, the index is 0, 2. This one is 1, 1. This one is 2, 0. You can see 0 plus 2, 2. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 0, 2. So which means 3 minus 1, which is I plus j double equals to n minus 1. So the conclusion is left diagonal means I equals to j, right diagonal means I plus j equals to n minus 1. If these conditions are true, yes, you can make sum. Finally, get those two sums and subtract. That is the first method. And the second method I'll directly explain in the program. We will try to write the code in Python. Here we have to write the code where the method name is diagonal difference. The matrix name is ARR. Here the logic is been written S1 comma S2. Two sums I am taking, S1 and S2. S1 is for left diagonal, S2 is for right diagonal. Both are initialized to 0. Now for I in range 0 to the length, j in range, we have to take a nested for loop. And in the nested for loop, checking what is the first condition. If it is a left diagonal, I explained just now, I equals to j. If I equals to j, so yes, you can add to S1. So you have to add to S1. For example, if I take this one, 0 0 will be satisfied for this. I equals j. 0 1, no. 0 2 because I is 0, j is 2, not equal, like that. Next 1 comma 1, yes, so value will be taken inside. So like this it will take 1, 6, 11 and 16. So every time it will take 1 plus 6 plus 11 plus 16 is the left diagonal sum. Now for the right diagonal, so I plus j equals to n minus 1. I explained n means length of the array. So here I have written if I plus j double equals length of the array minus 1, sum it up to s2. So which is will be taken as 4 plus 7 plus 10 and 13. So these 4 elements you will get it. So which is the right diagonal sum. Now once it is done, get the s1, get the s2, subtract them. But you need absolute difference. That's why here you can see we are returning absolute difference of s1 minus s2 directly. This is a method. We will try to execute this one. Indentation is very most important. Here it needs to start exactly that for loop. Now run the code. Yeah, test case passed. You can submit the code. Yeah, all the test cases passed. Now I can say this is a code that is correct but not the best code because we are using nested for loop here. So the complexity goes n square where n is the number of rows or number of columns. But we can write the best way, not only this, with the single for loop. This is the answer for writing with respect to a single for loop, where I have taken again s1 is 0, initially s2 is 0. Now directly I am taking s1 equals to air of I comma I. What is I value? If it is 0, 0, 0, yes, the first element directly. Next I value 1, 1, 1. Next element, this is 0, 0, 1, 1. Next element is 2, 2, where I value 2. Next I value 3, 3, 3. Directly you can take so that you can get directly left diagonal elements. What about right diagonal elements? You are taking I comma length of n minus 1. Here I have written if I value is 0, what is n? 4. 4 minus 1, 3 minus 0, which is 3. Yes, fine. Next I value 1. So length is 4. 4 minus 1, 3. 3 minus 1, 2. Yes, absolutely fine. So it will take like this. This value, next this value, next this value. Like this it will complete within the single for loop. Even if you take n value 1000, it will go only 1000 times this loop. And if you take previous answer, the loop will go n square times, which is if it is 1000, it will go 1000 into 1000 times. So that is where we are reducing the complexity. And finally, anyway, you are returning the absolute value of s1 minus s2. The previous method is a general answer. This is the best answer. We'll try to execute this one. Test case passed. Submit the code. Yeah, all the test cases passed. Like this simple you can make it the answer. And also I recommend you to watch the top 90 data structure MCQs, and here I kept totally 18 videos which is of 5 MCQs each video. Even I kept all those 90 questions as a single video, that is top 90 data structures MCQs. You can watch this one also, which is almost 4 hours. You can see each one. You can either go for playlist or you can watch it as a single video. We will see the next question plus minus in the next video lecture. Thank you.